Hey guys, today I'm going to go over my MSS sleep system, packing it up, making it waterproof. This is one of those waterproof bags. And putting it in the stuff sack and putting it in my new pack. I want to show you guys how it fits down in there and how to pack this thing up. This is 3 parts. This is the Gore-Tex bivy. And this is waterproof. This is the patrol bag, which is like an intermediate type bag. It's for, summer use type. It's not super warm all on its own. And then here is the winter bag, that one's the patrol bag. This is the intermediate bag. Sorry. And this is one that's real thick and warm, okay? But this one by itself isn't near as warm, because when you put all 3 of them together, it's supposed to go down to like -30 for 4 hours. Now I don't see how 4 hours instead of 8 would make a difference, and I'm sure that you probably wouldn't be super comfortable at -30, but you wouldn't die. I think that's the whole point. So anyway, the way that, depending on the time of year, okay, well, actually they should be packed this way every time, because that's the way they go in, so you reverse it. So, well, let's just get to it. I'll start with the intermediate bag, and here's the stuff/compression sack. And what you do is you just stuff it, okay? Just push it in there. And you just keep pushing and keep pushing until it's all in there. Now, excuse the way I'm dressed, okay? I wear a little sundress around the house, and the reason I put the shirt on over it is because it's kind of low cut, and I didn't want to show too much cleavage and insult anybody. So I just put the shirt over the top of it. I do that quite a bit, if I think that somebody may be offended by me. Now I just keep pushing it down in here, trying to fill up any spaces or dead air spaces, any divots that don't have anything in them. Just keep stuffing. Okay, this takes up a majority of this stuff sack. It takes up almost half. Okay, but then we'll compress it down. Now, the next bag goes on top of it. So, here comes the patrol bag. As you can see, it's quite a bit thinner. Now, depending on the time of the year, if you're just camping, you may not want to take the big black bag. Where I'm going camping is higher elevation. And if I do end up going, instead of to the Gila National Forest, if I go to the Lincoln National Forest, they still have 32 degrees at night. So that's something to be aware of, where you got to look at where you're going and what the temperatures are there and check and everything. So see the patrol bags in there. Now this is the bivy. You put this on last, because this is the first thing you're going to pull out, because you don't want to lay your bags on the ground. Okay, so you put this in last. I was thinking about getting 2 smaller stuff sacks, one for the black bag and one for the other 2. Just so that I have the option of doing, whatever kind of combination I wish. Now that when it's all in here, see, it's got this little flap, okay? You'll want to put that over, because you don't want anything to pinch your bivy and put a hole in it, okay? You cinch this down. Until it's as small as you can make, hole as you can make it. Okay. Now it's got a cord lock. Keep in mind that this cord lock won't stay as is. You need to tie like a little slip knot, just like an overhand knot. Instead of pulling the end through, just pull a loop so that you can untie it easily just by pulling on this end. Now with all my slip knots, this goes from having horses that know how to escape. I always just put the tail end through, but I don't pull it tight. Tuck this down inside so it doesn't catch on anything. Okay? You've got that piece of cloth over the top. Now you've got your compression sack. Okay? Just snug them up all the way around. Now the one compression sack, when I was researching this, that I saw had 2 that went around the middle, as well as all the ones on the outside. I would prefer that kind, because it makes it skinnier as well as shorter. But this is what I have, so this is what I'll use. And I'm always saying, use what you have, if at all possible. And I just snug them down. I had opened it up all the way, because I wanted to see exactly how big this thing got, in case I wanted to put something else in there. And you just keep cinching it down until you get it good and cinched. Okay, when you get it good and snug, now it depends on how, it's got a carry handle, depends on how small you want to compress it, okay? You know, I've got a big compartment in my backpack. So, see this little, show you. If you see this right here, this kind of pulls down over the top. So you want to at least straighten it out before you get it real tight, so that when you pull it on it, see how this one wasn't real straight. So that this kind of feels like a cap over the top. And I'm thinking that's what keeps it from ripping it out. Now you lean on it and you tighten up all the straps. And then look at it. If it's getting lopsided, lean on the other side and straighten it up. Because you don't want it curved, okay? Because if you're going to fit it in there, you're going to want it to where it is more cylindrical in shape. Okay, this is about as small as I want to take it. I could sit on this thing, okay? I could make this thing very small because I weigh 210 pounds. But this is small enough. Now, you don't want to store your bags this way. Not for long term. You want to hang them up, okay? I hang mine in the closet. I put them in I drape them through a big hanger, and I just hang them up. That way they stay fluffy. It's the fluffiness that keeps you warm. It's the fluffiness, the loft, that gives you the dead air space that insulates you. So, but this is it. It weighs about 10 pounds. Okay, now here is the waterproof bag that I have. I have two of these. These are supposed to go in your whole pack. I bought them down at the thrift store several years ago. Now this bag is water resistant. It may even be treated for waterproofing, but I don't trust it. Okay, so I'm going to put this bag in the bottom of my wet bag, and you gather it up, because this one doesn't have the thing where you fold down and then clip it around. This one has, it's just open top with some strings. So you gather it up. I'm just trying to tighten it up, okay? I'm going to start twisting. Keep it straight. Don't let it get all bunched up too bad. You just keep twisting, okay? Until you get it all twisted up. Now, I'm going to do it that way. Because it's in a waterproof or water resistant stuff sack, I don't feel like I need to do any more than this, okay? I'm just going to tie this in a bow. Now, I will second tie it just to keep it from coming undone if something pulls on it. Now this is ready to go in my pack, okay? My pack is right here. This is my new pack. I just did unpackaging of it yesterday. Houston, we have a problem. Now it's possible with this particular seat system it won't fit through that. I'm going to try to fit it in through the top. It's not going to fit that way. I could make it smaller, and I may have to. Okay? But this is what I'm doing, is I'm testing my bag right now. I'm making it to where, that's not over it. Okay, my bag is too big to fit in the bottom. it'd fit in there if the opening was bigger, okay? The opening is not big enough. I'll try it again. No, it's not gonna fit in there, okay? So here's what I'll do. It's because I ain't getting rid of the bag, and I already own the backpack. So I will take and do this. Take it out. Loosen it up. Now I'm going to see if I can get it in there because it's more malleable now, okay? Which I don't think so. This is a big old bag. Let's take up half the pack. Well, I got it to go in. Pull this down. It's like my bag's giving, it's like my backpack's giving birth. It's a boy. No, I'm teasing. This is too funny. Now, if you notice, I have the opening towards the bottom, and there's a reason for that. Since I don't have that other bag on there, I can work this and fit this in here, but I'm not going to. And I'll tell you why. Because it's going to be a pain in the butt to get out. Okay. I'm going to remove the big heavy bag from the other two. Actually, no. I'm going to remove the other two and leave the big heavy bag in this. The reason I'm doing that is because I'm going to find a different sack to put the bivy cover in. Actually, the bivy cover really doesn't have to have a sack, but tighten this back into a little slip knot. I worked up a sweat already. I need to turn on the air conditioner. It's kind of warm in here today. Alright. I'm just going to tighten this down. I'm probably not going to do much in the way of compression because the bag is full. But, okay. And what I'll end up doing is I'll put this in two pieces. Yeah, it's going to be able to cinch it down all the way. Okay. Oops. We have there we go. Just tuck it in here, just neaten it up a little bit. Straighten out that edge. Okay. Technically, I could just stuff the bags into the bottom section without even rolling them. There's the big bag. I'm going to have to redo my bag situation to make it fit. I could just take and put this in here. Okay. I don't even have to have it necessarily in a compression sack. It fits in there just fine without it. Okay. I am going to I'm going to put I'm going to put these in here. Okay? And that way I know that they're watertight. Since we know this is water resistant, this compression sack. I'll put these in here. The reason I've got the black bag in the compression sack is because it's so poofy and so thick that if I didn't have it in a compression sack, it would take up most of my pack, and I don't want that. Now what I'm doing is I'm gathering this up as I'm pushing it down so that I get rid of a lot of dead air space and make it smaller. Okay, now twist. There's my strings. I don't want this tied up in a twist. Oops, one was starting to get tangled up. Okay. And I twist them the opposite way so that I can make a tie like this without having to do a half hitch. Okay. That's my other two bags. Now this fits in here easily. If I rolled them and had a compression sack, they fit really good. Again, put the opening down so that it doesn't collect any water should it rain. I may attach this to the outside of the pack. I don't have to have it all inside the pack. I've got a lot of attachment points, so actually, these pulls are kind of cool. I'm afraid to pull too much on the zippers yet because I don't know how durable they are. So, you know, I can actually attach this to the outside of the pack, not with this strap, but with like bungee cords or something like that. And here is this part of the pack. Now, I'm going to mash that down in the bottom a little better. I undid the dividers between the two compartments so that I could see if I could fit that other deal, but it wouldn't fit. So I'm going to, oh, these need stopper knots on the end. Yeah, I was fixing to pull all the way through. So these, there we go, see, made a stopper knot. And that way it won't go through your cord lock and then you have to try to rethread it. I just made just a double knot just to make it big, okay? I'll put this in there, like that, like so. Okay, well, the sleeping bag is in there, and the Gore-Tex bivvy. And that's it for today, or for now. This right here, I may end up stuffing down inside. I may, it depends on how much I put in my pack. I'm gonna need all 3 bags, okay? And the reason being is because it's, you know, it's probably 6,000 foot elevation up there. I don't like to be cold, first of all. I hate to be cold. I'm a hot sleeper, but I hate to be cold. I don't know if it's gonna do anything else. Now, worst come to worst, I can use this as my pad and put it under me, and inside the bivvy, but under the other bag, so that I'm laying on top of it. Okay, so this could actually be a sleeping pad. The ground in New Mexico is pretty rocky, so it is what it is. It didn't want to fit in the pack, but that's okay. I will deal with it. I'll rearrange it. I might get 2 smaller stuff sacks and just arrange them that way. I know I could fit that black one in the very bottom, okay? And if I can get a couple smaller compression sacks, I can fit the other 2 on top of it and still have room for my gear, So I just got to get a couple of them because I don't have any. But I think I can get them down there at Walmart. If not, I can order them online and have them delivered. My son probably would do that for me, because since I can't fit it in the bottom compartment as is. I picked the big one that had the biggest compartment on the bottom that I could find. That literally was the deciding factor on this bag, was the bottom compartment, was the biggest I could find. So after I'd looked at it and looked at it, that was the reason. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to make you dizzy. That was the reason. So anyway, if you guys, look at the lighting sucks. Let's get away from the light. There we go. If you guys would hit the thumbs up, like, comment, subscribe, share it with your friends, check out my links down below. And y'all come back and see me. This has been a very extraneous thing here.